Um, yeah, go ahead. Let's see again. Now that's really nice. I like the
So
shot.
let me just grab this over here to make it sure. So this is shot number one.
Okay, looks good.
Again, are you good with that?
No, I like that. That's nice.
Okay, let's go to sequence number two. Let's put camera number two.
Okay, okay. Um,
Tell me, Mr. Greg.
so far, I mean, no, that's good. Do we have interior shots?
So let me show. Actually, like I have six shots, but let me.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and walk through them. I'm sorry, I won't stop you.
This
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
is number three. Let me just go camera number three. Actually, just let me just get that
I
quickly.
like that. That's a cool shot. Look.
So, Mr.
Um,
Greg, like, here's
yeah.
the things. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut your word, but
No,
like,
no.
if you see, like, look,
His hand. Yeah.
I animation them too, but I don't want to go for the animation yet until like we decide, like, look. So, I'm connected the two program together for the
Right. Right.
animation. So just
Okay, that's
okay.
so.
Let's.
Are you? Do you feel? I mean, we don't have to go that complex with it because they aren't really turning that much. I mean, you could honestly just park his hands on the steering wheel, and we could be really simple with it. And I think we would all be happy with that, actually.
I'm
So,
fine with that. You know, like I
okay,
just want you to make like okay, just tell me I need that three shot. So at least I will dive with the animation with that three shot.
okay.
Okay, let's
Um, I like the idea. Maybe a little bit less. Like maybe
so
either we
just
just it's
stay.
rather than going up, we slide forward across the top. But
Okay,
you know what
over
I'm
here,
saying?
it says like this. Okay, stay there. So stay with me 1 second, stay there. So the end of the shot need to be like this.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think maybe even a little bit closer. So
A
it's okay
little
that we
bit.
don't go quite so high. Yeah, I like that a little bit better, I think. That's actually a cool shot.
So transfer. Let's make it like that. And let's delete this one. And actually, you know what? I was thinking, Mr. Greg, maybe over here we just
Hmm.
touch the camera. Like, I'm sorry, I'm working in the second monitor, so that's why.
Go ahead.
And like turn this camera like that. So how much we turn it? Okay, let's say we turn it 260, 270 over here. And transfer and over here. So let me just take out the
Go
camera
ahead.
over here and we said yes. So play, let's see how it looks. I
Um,
can work on it a little bit, you know?
I I'm happy with the 90 degrees, but the kind of corkscrew that we get at the end is a little bit funky. But I like the idea. I think that's nice.
I will
Um,
work on it.
do you know you know what I'm saying, right?
Yes, 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 I got it.
Okay, cool.
And over here, let me just figure out shot number
And
5 and play. I thought this will be a cool shot since
I do
her
too.
hand moving and like we will have the screening over here,
Yeah,
his hand in the wheel. So
I like that shot actually. It's a nice interior of the whole thing. And everybody else feel free to chime in too because you know, this is all yeah, that's nice.
this shot, I was like, before I sleep, like, oh, okay, I want to be done for today. So
I understand. Um, I mean, I don't mind it literally just being that shot right there, um, where we're not pulling out, like where we're just kind of looking across from, you know, as kind of a two shot. I don't mind that just being moderately stable, and just
we
yeah,
and we can do something like that.
yeah, like exactly. Like that's actually it's a nice, reasonable shot. So, um, you know, one of the things that you know when we live in when we live in Unreal, the temptation is to move the camera all over the place, and I suffer from that myself. Um, but also, what I always try to restrict myself to as much as possible, just for the sake of reality, is what could a real camera do? You know, yeah, and try to live within that. And so, you know, sometimes it's cool just to get that two shot where we're in focus on the passenger, you know, driver's out of focus, and we're not going all over the place with it. So it's nice. I think that's all really good. I think this has come a long way to see them in the car. Um, I'm really happy to see that actually. Um, is there
So
any
thank you.
way? Is there any way we can get a render of those cameras out? Because it shouldn't take more than like 15 minutes to crank out those frames. Because what I'm trying to do is have an edit of the commercial, and just literally having those as a version one will help a lot to just kind of lock them into you know,
Yeah.
lock the edit down.
So I have like, if you don't mind, Mr. Greg, I will export the 6 of them today and make sure I will put them in the G drive. So after that,
Okay.
please just pick 3 of them so I
Okay.
can dive with the
Yeah.
animation and export them again. Does that sounds
Yeah,
good?
that's great. Yeah, that's fine.
Anything
Cool.
else you
Because
want me to do, Mr. Greg?
for right now, no. I mean, I think the only other thing that we'll do is you know, when we're locked in on these, then we'll put in the appropriate environment for them, you know, because they're right now they're driving and you know,
I'm happy.
there's no yeah. So
I can't wait.
yeah, I know, me too. This is gonna look great. Yeah, that we have a you didn't what you didn't see yesterday was we have a bunch of other shots that got rendered that are, at least for now we have version ones of it. And Wendy was helping me edit that, and for whatever reason, um, her edit file didn't sync. So, because otherwise I would show you what we've got. Otherwise, I'm going to redo it myself. So,
What
but
that
yeah, we
mean
have.
doesn't pre-sync.
Okay, so like it was, I had her editing it on her computer, and the Premiere file didn't end up on the G drive. So
Oh, okay.
it's locked on her C drive somewhere, and she's not in the call right now. So um, we'll get it. So, um, but yeah, really good,
I'm glad
really
you
good.
like it.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you, Miss.
absolutely. That's it's nice to see.
Can
Um,
I see something else before I just turn
Go
this
ahead.
off? Like, I just want to show you that.
Okay.
It's nice movement, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think
And
it's
this,
yeah, it's a nice pose. Everybody looks happy. Um, now, now I'm going to say something that may not be may not be easy to deal with. Um, Now, if we were doing a real commercial, which we're not, you would be required to have seatbelts on them, because you can't show stuff like that that's not,
to be
is
honest with
there?
you, I was thinking about that.
Yeah,
And, you know, I thought maybe the easy way to do it after we organize the shot, it's just
yeah,
like maybe we can add something connected like this. But
that's pre-modeled. Yeah,
yes,
yeah, that's kind of my thinking too. If we get there, otherwise we go back. We'll go back to living in the 1970s that I grew up in when we didn't have to wear seatbelts. So, um,
or in Middle East, Mr. Greg, we still appreciate the.
oh, is there no law about seatbelts over there?
I know you can't cross the green light over there. You just want to make sure it's like no anyone cross the green light for you. So
Fair enough. It's funny. Oh, yeah, when I was a kid, like literally we would drive out to my cousin's house, which was 45 minutes from where I lived, and we'd come home late at night and my sisters and I would just literally fall back. We would lay down asleep in the back of the car. It was a station wagon. Yeah, no seatbelts required, nothing, And it was it's a different times we live in, so but still here. Anybody else have anything that they want to show? Um for today. And Yad's had some great stuff. Um,
thank you, Mr. Greg.
yeah, absolutely. Um, I've got, I think Wendy's stuff actually showed up here. It does look like it might have synced. I'm trying to load this up here, and I can show you kind of where we're at. Um, Come on. Oh, good. Or not. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Yad, I know you didn't see this yesterday, but these are some of the shots that at least rendered out version ones, which are they're pretty well related to the Alfa Romeo commercial. So like this is the aerial shot, and this is in Juan's forested area, and then this would be kind of the shot coming out of the covered bridge. It's not quite right yet, but it's in the ballpark. Um, you've seen these.
Oh wow.
Nice shot of the Land Rover logo. Just
Nice.
this is just a POV of the road,
Road.
and this will be all forested area in Juan's. Um, Shot of the wheel. You may remember the Alfa Romeo one does like this kind of push in 360 or 180 roll on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my favorite shot, but this one is interesting. The We're gonna probably swap it to the other side because the light is actually gonna be coming from the direct opposite of that. The light will be filtering through the trees that'll be on the side here. Um, but we'll do something similar to that. And of course, then the wheel will be.
The reflection is so beautiful over there.
They're working, yeah. They're actually really starting to
Yes.
work. Um, I think like you guys, and we can have a little debate on this, but and we've kind of talked about the purple is not my favorite color for this car. I think we've talked silver, we've talked even kind of a tan or gold or green, something that will definitely read the reflections even better. Um, but we'll get that's the next version of this. Um, this shot I actually think is going to be really cool. This is just a tracking shot, and the camera will be in the woods, and so we're going to have trees like whipping by in the foreground, which I think is going to be a really nice shot for this one. So now the cool thing is when I can get your shots, Yad, there's no editing that's been done. This is literally just as they rendered out of Unreal. And what we'll start to do is go in and start to chop these down into legitimate, like um, a legitimate edit. Because right now, like just with these strung together, it's like a minute and 20 seconds, and we really want to try and get this down to 45 if we can. So when I can get your shots, then it'll start to feel like a cohesive piece um, of commercial work. So anyway,
So
it's you go and you go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, so you did these shots? Like none of us in the class did these shots?
I set up the camera angles. That's all I did. You guys have been building building everything else. So the whole point of this is to demonstrate the work of the class as a whole. So like the environments you guys have been building, um, and getting it all together has been, and that's been totally a class effort. I mean, do you not agree? Because
I mean,
I don't just because I move the camera doesn't mean that these are my shots.
no, I didn't know if somebody else had input on it or anything like that. That's why I was just asking.
Well, the really more than anything, what's been driving this is was that Alfa Romeo um, video. And you have seen it, right?
Yeah, the one you guys
Okay.
showed.
Oh, look, I have shamelessly ripped off the camera angles from that. I mean, very shamelessly, because there's no point in reinventing the wheel when you see something like, yeah, that totally works.
Hmm.
And now with these things kind of in place, we can know exactly where we need to put stuff. And so this becomes a set dressing and lighting and job. So does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I just set up the cameras. So
looks good.
sorry, I think I told you guys yesterday, my phone has been on full. I got on some list somewhere. I'm not sure how, but my phone has been ringing. I was like, let me show you something. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna show you guys something on my phone. It's been driving me insane. Um,
It's pretty great.
yeah.
Yesterday, when I was flying, so you playing in the phone, and I find the commercial for the new Range Rover. They just put it in July
Oh yeah.
1st. Yes, can I share it with you?
Yeah, please. I
You,
want to show
I
you
like.
guys something. I want to show you guys something really quick. Can you see my is my phone blowing out too much? Okay, you see all those red balls?
Oh wow,
Like
Oh yeah,
literally
that's ridiculous.
I've been getting spammed like nonstop. And
Mm.
so now
Hey,
of
with
course my phone
AT&T?
it's not.
No,
Do I
because
have AT&T? This is T-Mobile. That's what
I
I've
would
got.
say because we got compromised. They sent a letter out to us.
Yeah, I've been seeing like everybody got compromised in different ways. So I don't know what that really means, but like, yeah, clearly I'm on a list. So, yeah, and I just got your text here. Do you want it? Can you put that
I'm
in
work.
the?
I'm working on it
Oh,
right
okay,
now to share it on my
all right,
laptop. Just one second, Mr. Gray. I'm
got
sorry.
it. No, that's cool. Um, John Scott's here. Okay, cool. Um, Yeah. Hey Juan, do you have the scene open at the moment?
Sorry, I was talking, but I
No,
mean,
that's
yes,
right.
I do.
Do you have the scene? Do you have the scene open by any
Yes,
chance?
sir. Yes, sir. I do.
I'd love to see the because one thing we haven't looked at is the train.
Hold up. Let me move this screen over to this one over here. Well, I can just put it in perspective. That'll work too.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to get the rover in this scene. It's gonna look really cool.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
nice, really nice. Um,
Wow, that looks
which direction is the train going?
Um, Actually, I need to split it. It's gonna be
Well,
a
no.
collision.
So is it moving or is it stationary?
It's just stationary.
Okay.
That's just the shot. Like that's what the cinematic is, and then
No, that's
remember
nice.
the clearing.
So yeah, that's really nice. And what we'll do is we'll punch some like oh cool, yeah, Greg gets to use his favorite tool. Um so we're going to, I don't know if you guys can all see this, but we're going to punch some holes through the trees, and we're going to have shafts of light coming through like that, and we're going to have pools of light on the ground in areas, right? And it'll be, obviously it'll all be broken up by shadows of leaves and whatnot. But one of the things that I'm really big on when we set up shots is light and shadow, right? So anytime you can have of areas of full sunlight directly next to areas of full shadow, and you have like a vehicle passing through areas of light into shadow, into light, into shadow. Um, the there seems to be a massive enhancement of reality in that particular case. And so that's what I want to try and do with this shot is get some and we'll set up some lights. The one light that we do have, the overall like environmental light that's governing everything. We're gonna set up some more like light panels up, buried up in the trees here, you know, in certain spots, just to make sure that we get the exact light where we want it to be. Does
Okay.
that make sense? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I see what you said. So they have light passing through it. So I'll knock
Yeah,
out
it's
a
gonna look really
the
cool.
trees so that it's not
It's
as
gonna look
thick.
really. I mean, because I love the fact that the trees are thick. What we what we really want with these beautiful fall colors is when they look best on camera is when they're kind of almost igniting because they're catching the light and they're somewhat translucent, and so the light is pumping through them, and you get these big canopies of orange and red and stuff like that, and that's what we're going to get when we start to light them up a little bit. So
Okay.
it's gonna look nice. I'm excited. So yeah, I love the train out there. I think that is a great thing. My favorite thing would be if it were moving, and I think we talked about this before, if we could get some smoke coming off of it, whatever, that would be the optimal thing to try and pull off. If we can't, it's not the end of the world. But
Oh no. I got you. 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 I got
this is going to be a great shot. This is going to be one. John Scott.
Oh yeah, my main thing was I feel like it's way too far in the back. Like I believe if it was just
I don't
moved
know.
closer up front, and this is something that me and Juan have already gone over, and it is a bit difficult to move it
Okay,
forward. But it feels like it's way too far out there. So
I
it's
know.
a
I'm
blink
not
and you
trying to
miss it
do,
thing.
dude. I'm not trying to diminish your work because I know that it's like you've spent a lot of time on this. Okay, so what if uh Hang on, I'm gonna change colors here if I can. Yeah, whatever. Okay, here it is. Okay, what if it were sitting here, which is a fair bit closer than where it is, right?
That's where I wanted it to be.
That's where you want it to be.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
where I
it would
wanted it to be
be
originally.
more along the lines of that big, something like that.
I feel like
Is that
definitely if there was a railroad line, yeah, right there. Yeah, that looks I would think that would look the best, especially with the smoke, to like
yeah
just
that
show there's a locomotive there. It's sitting on a siding next to the road.
so as long as yeah okay that's actually an interesting question. So if it's sitting like if it's just sitting there and it's not moving, or it was sitting there, maybe it was puffing smoke, but not like because from that from that distance from the camera, it's gonna go directly. It'll be in and out of like out of frame super quickly. But if it's sitting or just barely moving, that could be cool too. So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
okay with trying to do that. So yeah, cool.
You want to see what it would look like if the car was on the road and we passed by it?
Do you have it? I mean, do you have that
No, no,
all
I'm
set
just
up?
saying, like, far as I could make it, the far as just
I'd love to.
driving.
Yes, I would love to
And
see that actually, because I okay. Let me clear all the. Hold on. Yes, tell me this isn't fun. I think this is like a lot of fun actually. I hope you guys feel the same way because it's
oh yeah, definitely.
I'd
Yeah.
probably use the world builder a bit more. It's just it lags way too much for me to
well. So that's yeah,
use.
you guys that's one of the big issues that we have is like these laptops are fine. They've got decent cards in them, and that's all well and good, but there is a limitation to how much you can throw at it, and at a certain point, it's gonna go, hey, look, um, that's as much as I can possibly do, and so
I think it's also a reason because Unreal, usually in video games, whenever you have something in the distance, there's usually two types of meshes for a singular object, one that's detailed and one that's
right,
not detailed. And whenever it's at a certain distance away from the camera, it'll go to its it go to its
well,
high, far away, like
level of detail, right.
yeah, and that
It's a
will
range. It creates a range between 0 and 5 or 4 for level of detail. And it kind of automatically does that. So you do have the ability to go in. Just learned this the last couple of days to go in and set the level of detail to just flat set it to 0, which is the highest level of detail always, right? So, and since we're not working in game land, right, we can, um,
Yeah, 'cause there's the train there.
okay, I don't know why I'm so out of focus here all of a sudden, but since we're not, doing games and we're just doing this as render, we're just trying to render frames, then, we're going to try and use higher resolution assets all the time. So, but right there, by the way, one,
I see. I know exactly what you was going to say. That's
those are
the
the
lighting
pools.
that you
Yeah,
wanted.
that's what I'm talking about right there.
That's the lighting that you
So,
wanted. I knew
yep,
exactly what you
exactly.
were going to say.
Yep, because that'll look fantastic, and we'll start to add grass and all that stuff in there, and this thing's going to start to really really pop. So
I know. I'm trying to get into that lighting right there. And
we'll
when I
get
turn,
there.
put it in the middle of the trees.
Mhm. No, it's all good. So you're headed down to the curve there.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the other curve right there. This is the back end of it.
oh
I
wait,
would
are we
have.
going back to? Wait, we're
Oh,
going the wrong direction.
No. I passed the what you call it. I already passed the train. I was to the back end of it.
Oh, I got you. Okay, cool. Why is this thing won't focus on my face? All right. Did you have more that you're going to show, or you just?
Oh no, that was it. That was it. That was it for
Okay.
us.
Cool. All right. Yeah. You guys, I don't know why my camera's being weird right now, but there I am. Yeah, let me see if it'll redo it. Hey, there we go. Cool. All right. So, anybody else got anything they want to show? So, what we're going to
Mr.
hit
Greg, look
today.
to the commercial.
Oh yeah. Did you put it in the thing? Okay. Cool. Give me one sec. Well, that's nice. I'm going to share my screen here. You guys see this?
Yes, Mr. Greg.
That's the one, right?
Yes, Mr. Greg, that's the 15 second.
Dude,
It's all unreal.
you think that's done in Unreal? It does. I don't think so.
You didn't think so, Mr. Greg?
Hold on.
Like this shit,
It's-
it's
If I had to guess, that's actually shot. But
I
I
think
will
it's
say that I'll say the qualities. Go ahead, Brandon.
that's Houdini.
You think that's Houdini?
I think the water simulation's Houdini. The environment could be Unreal, but the water simulation. I
So
think that's
nobody
Houdini.
agrees with me that they might have actually gone to like Iceland or something like that and shot that.
no.
All right, fair enough. Uh,
I've just seen so many Houdini tutorials that it looks like what I've seen before.
got it.
Like, yeah, I believe he's right about the Houdini. It's they known about the water. And I told you about
Okay.
Mr. Greg, like,
I mean, you might be right. I'm looking at it on my phone. The for whatever reason, when it was playing back on my computer, it was really pixelated. So yeah, it's a good looking shot, regardless. Hold on. Now this says in text right here, professional driver on a closed course, do not attempt under any circumstances. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna say that I won't do that because uh, driving in moving water should be avoided. Um, the wade sensing feature only detects depths of water. The vehicle is in the present time not of water. I can't at the present time and not of water ahead around the vehicle. See, I think if I'm not mistaken, there has to be some like level of actual truth in advertising. Like if you put your car in a place and you're showing off something that it can do, then you actually have to be showing that it's doing it. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I mean, you know, when you're selling something as valuable as a car, um, you can't make it look like the car can drive underwater because people will be, oh, hey, cool, I want that underwater driving car. So yeah, wade sensing cannot predict whether it is safe to proceed and cannot detect steep drops in grade around the vehicle. Yeah, so that's why they did it on that thing. I think it's real. If my eyes tell me that it's real, but I've been wrong before. So
Could
anyway,
be.
that very cool. I mean, that's actually a very cool looking thing. So um I did see, I don't know how many of you guys saw this. There was some video that came out. It was on, all the socials had it, of one of the tunnels in New York. It flooded in a rainstorm, kind of like halfway up ish. And it was somebody in a Range Rover decided, hey, my car is good. I can do that. Guy comes around, goes around the traffic, and you can see down the way, like 100 yards down the road, there are stalled cars in the water because you can't drive in water. And he just goes blasting through the water, and right about where the first stalled car was, his ridiculously expensive Range Rover came to end. And it was like, why did you just do that? Seriously. Um, but maybe people just believe the commercials. I'm not sure. Anyway, good stuff. Anybody else got any questions before we wrap up on our daily session here? Dion, did you have any? Have you had any success yet, or are we? Is it completely
So
broken?
Google was saying that it's something about the collision. I couldn't figure out. It was saying that the collision is the reason why it's not. You gotta click it off or something like that. So
All right. I can take a look at it. So let me see if I can figure something out on this end. Why don't you go ahead and close it, save it, and
okay,
I'll open it on this
I
end.
added some more. I found some better graphs. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Good job. All right. We'll carry